Hey students, welcome to topic 3. And the purpose of this video is to walk you through both the template, and after walking through the template, I'm actually going to show you a completed assignment so you can kind of get some ideas on how a final paper looks and formatted to make your life a little bit easier in topic 3. Okay, so first we are going to walk through the template. Again, this template was made available to you through the announcements, and that's where all templates will be shared on a week-to-week basis. Take a look at this APA title page. Your title page should look exactly like this, or you will lose some points for the overall APA grade. So I'm giving you the template, so please use it. Obviously, you are just going to fill in the information. Now, the first thing you want to do is you definitely want to start with a very brief introduction. So you can kind of use this first section, okay, as your introductory section, okay? Then you want to go ahead and go into your first APA title. Again, look at the rubric as well, look at the assignment instructions, but you want to basically look, select, and recommend your approaches to ethics, and you want to complete that. Just a quick reminder for all students, okay? We had this problem last week. Every content section of your assignments should have in-text citations. So you want to give credit to wherever you formulated your opinion, whether that was through one of the readings, something that you research yourself, or journal, or article. You must give credit inside of the content areas. So again, my general rule, I shared the short video with you last week. For every paragraph, you should have at least one in-text citation connecting where the different pieces of research came from. Maybe more than one, but if you're talking about something that you read, you must give credit to that author inside of the paragraphs within your paper, okay? So that's going to be the first section. This is going to be your second section that you're going to talk about. You're more than welcome to use that exact same APA header. Okay, so I want you to use your template. So when you submit your assignment, all of these headers should match. Okay, for example, this one you might call it approaches to ethics. Okay, this one you can leave it exactly the same. So here it's telling you what you need to include in this section. Okay, this section here, you want to keep that header exactly the same, and you want to go ahead and talk about it. Okay, then you want to go into ethics as a superpower. Okay, you want to talk about that. You want to go into your personal values and character impact on leader decision-making process. Then as we get closer to the end, you want to talk about those beatitudes and how they're related to ethical behaviors and moral choices. And then you will always want to finish up with kind of a wrap up, which is your conclusion statement. Okay, then we scroll down. And again, you can see here a perfectly formatted APA reference page. Notice how everything is flushed to the left. And then notice how if there's a secondary line, okay, it is 6 spaces over and indented. If you've got 2 to 4 lines, for this example, everything is indented over, okay, 6 spaces over, and then all of the sentences here are perfectly aligned together. So the original reference begins alignment to the left in alphabetical order, and then lines 2 and beyond get indented over 6 spaces, okay? And those are aligned as well if there's more than one line. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and switch over to the actual paper. Again, this is meant for educational purposes only. You are not to use any of the content. But what I do it for is to give you ideas about how a student put together the paper. And again, maybe this can help you in the construction and the beginning phases of your paper as well. Okay, now let me go ahead and show you an example of this group paper. And again, this is just to generate some ideas, if anything else, to look at formatting and how your overall group paper should look. Keep in mind, every student in your group must contribute to a written piece of the paper, and that should be documented in the group form because I will be checking the group form prior to grades. But again, if a student does not do their part, please message me and I will let you know how to proceed forward. But again, everyone is required to participate within every CLC inside of this course. So let's go ahead and jump into the example. Okay, and you're going to see here again, this is kind of basic APA template page. Okay, here you're going to go ahead and list all the student names, and this is the actual names of students who participated in the project, meaning they actually wrote a piece of this project. Their names will be included in there. You want to have obviously my name here and the date that the assignment is due. As we go down into page 2, again, take a look at the structure. Okay, and again, if you see some variances from the actual template with regards to the name of the APA headers, again, I leave this up to you, but I make it fairly easy if you just follow the overall template for you. Okay, so you're going to see here how this particular group had some good content, and then they kind of finished this section with providing a source of that information. Then over into section 2 here, the ethical commitments and influence piece, again, solid content, and then again, having an in-text citation within the content areas as required. Then we're going into the characteristics of servant leadership. Again, you can begin to see the content, and you've got one of the sources from our class, which is one of the main books that we're using, cited on here as well. Then we're going into those ethical superpowers. You can see the content, again, in-text citation within the content area as required. Then we're going into the personal values and character impact. Again, solid content. Again, in-text citations, giving credit to Nordhaus 2022. We then go into applying the beatitudes, okay, and how they apply. And you can see here that they went over from the Matthew section in here, okay, and then they had a very brief conclusion. And then we're heading over into the reference page. And you can see here the reference page is perfectly aligned. It's in alphabetical order, and it follows the format as was shown on the actual template. So I've given you the template to use for your group. I've given you a sample paper to see and kind of get some ideas on how that final paper should look. So if you just follow the clues, you and your group are going to do very well. But I can't stress enough the importance of everyone participating in the group if you wish to receive credit. And again, your rough drafts, your communication must happen in the CLC group forum, because I cannot validate any communication outside of GCU. So if you get into a personal text group or something like that just to kind of get it going, that's fine. But you must show your work, and you must validate your work inside of the CLC forum. That's the only place that I can look at, and that's the only place that I will validate credit for you in participating in this CLC project. Okay, so I hope this gave you some value. If you did, hit the like button for me. This video may reach other students in this exact exam course who don't have me as a professor, but can get some help on this assignment as well. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on next week's video.